Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So this one is going to focus on Snowy Escape and a new gameplay trailer that just came out today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So this trailer starts off with the main sim Hina doing various things like the mountain climbing and the snowboarding and participating in Japanese culture. There already is one thing that I want to point out because it looks like the child in the background of this shot is taking part in Tanabata, and I only know about this being a thing because of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Basically, during this time, you write down a wish on a piece of paper and attach it to a bamboo tree, and that definitely looks like what's going on here. We also have this gorgeous shot of one of the new neighborhoods, and in the bottom left corner, we can see there are Sims swimming in the river. Good to see that more new worlds are getting swimmable water, even if they haven't updated any of the older worlds yet. Then we see some snowboarding, some sledding, mountain climbing, a really nice nature trail, absolutely gorgeous shot there. We have a Sim taking a selfie with the town mascot who we now know is named Yamachan, and there's just some more culture, some more of the town being displayed there. More new food, heck yeah. And they really are making it look like as if they are updating the Simstagram feature to have an actual interface. I doubt that would be the case, they probably would have said that by now. But I gotta give a shout out to these little helmets that the children are wearing, just what? It's so adorable. Then we have some more shots of a nice family meal at the kotatsu table, and we have more skiing and snowboarding, and I think this just looks so good. I'm really loving the animations from this so far. Yeah, look at that backflip. And we also have a slow-mo shot of sledding there. I like the animation from that, and I love that spin as well. I had to make a gif of that and post that on Twitter right away. Hino does mention that partaking in the new winter sport can unlock one of the new lifestyles, which is a brand new feature in this pack. And we can see it says lifestyles, they're an expression of a Sim's behaviors and habits over time. A Sim can only work towards or against the lifestyle so much in a given day. And we can see there are some that are hidden and don't say anything at all, but there's a few that we can actually see what the names are. So there's sedentary, energetic, which you just unlocked, close-knit, people person, indoorsy, outdoorsy, junk food fiend, health food nut, and yeah, the rest of those are hidden. But the ones that we can see the names of, I think it's pretty obvious as to what they actually mean. It is nice to see that not all the lifestyles are positive traits, where you do have things like junk food fiend and sedentary. So there should be an interesting variety of lifestyles going on here. We can't even see all of them in this list. There is a scroll bar. Hopefully once we actually get to play with the lifestyles, they will not end up being as annoying as I've found some of the neighborhood action plans, like we wear bags and sharing is caring. But it was a good idea to add more personality, and hopefully lifestyles will do that too. Next, this trailer talks about this surge emotion feature, where it seems like it's possible to get your sim into a zen state of mind, and then, well, I don't know, surge emotions. I guess that means you could just get into certain emotions more easily, but it's not like as if it isn't already easy to get into pretty much any emotion except for dazed, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what this is really going to do for the game either. I also find it interesting that they point out to follow the rules at the onsen bathhouse. I don't know if that will actually mean anything. In the last major segment of the trailer, Hina talks about how she met her wife while climbing the mountain, because we do have this mountain climbing excursion segment of the pack, and it is interesting how you do have to really be prepared for this, it seems. They show this contrast between being prepared and not prepared at all. But it's another one of those things where I really need to see it shown off in raw gameplay form to really get a full understanding of what this is all about. And yeah, we have some more nice shots towards the end here with that same neighborhood, the Sims swimming in the river. So overall, I think this was a pretty fun trailer to watch, but just like the more recent gameplay trailers for all the expansion packs, it's not really showing gameplay that much. It's more just, oh, here's another story that has some more footage of the new world and some of the new features. I really wish they would change the gameplay trailer style so that it would be more showing off the gameplay for what it really is. I get that they need to sell the live stream, since then we can see the actual raw gameplay, but I still feel like they need to change up these gameplay trailers. I'm really glad, though, I will say, that the narration is not nearly as kiddie as it was for the Star Wars game pack. Yeah, the little surge emotions, yay thing was a little, like, okay. Just reminded me of those, like, wow sound effects that some YouTubers put into their videos. But, yeah, otherwise, it was not as cheesy as some previous packs, so thank goodness for that. Now let's get into a new blog post where you can discover mountains of fun. Sul Simmers, welcome to Mount Komorebi. I'm your local guide, and today we're going a bit deeper into the world I love so much. You might have seen it on a map or in a video like the one below, but that stuff just scratches the surface, and I can tell you a lot more. If you're moving in or on your way for vacation, I've got the perfect plan for you. Wakaba. You'll get your first view of Mount Komorebi itself from Wakaba, the neighborhood at the base of the mountain. It's a beautiful residential area with plenty to do. If it's your first day in town, it's good to take it slow and start here. Set the mood with a stroll through the gardens or go for a swim near the waterfall. There we go, there's the written confirmation. Remember to return respectful greetings when you receive them, and pay attention to shoe removal signs and Genkan entryways. If you're traveling with kids, make sure to hit up the Festival of Youth in the main plaza. Kids will love meeting Yamachan, the town mascot, and joining the Void Critter hunt. Okay, that's interesting. See more Void Critter gameplay? While they're off doing that, you can check out the vending machine collectibles, or try the festival exclusive character crepes too. Oh, and speaking of food, you simply have to try Hot Pot. Sukiyaki is my favorite, but mostly I enjoy it because it's perfect for a nice meal together. You can cook it right at the kotatsu table where you're warm and comfy. Plus, seconds are encouraged. And thirds, try to stop me from having more than one bowl, I dare you. Komorebi fact, lots of folks like to use chopsticks when they're eating, but your utensil choice is ultimately up to you. I just think it just makes picking up maki rolls easier, and some foods like yummy taiyaki you can hold in your hands. So that's interesting that we now seem to have this feature where we can actually choose what our Sims use while they're eating, instead of it just being a fork with certain foods and chopsticks with others. Senbamachi. Once you've gotten acclimated, head up to the mountain a bit to Senbamachi, meaning Thousand Leaves Town. This more traditional area is set right into nature. It's idyllic, scenic, and serene. Most of the folks here have learned to live in the moment and take life as it comes. It really encourages people to settle into their emotions and find balance. My favorite thing to do is gather some friends and take a hike. The sign at the trailhead lays out all the different places you can visit, and there's so much to see along the way. Once you've chosen a destination, take it easy and relax into the moment with each other. The best part about hiking is being together with friends and family. Whether you're stopping for a photo on the bridge or listening to your voices echo back at you from the cave, it just feels good to bond over the natural wonders around you. Of course, everyone has different experiences and different sentiments about things. On the last hike I led, my friend and I were enjoying ourselves before we ran into Denkimushi, aka electric bugs. She forgot her sprays, so she kinda got zapped. She's still a bit mad at me for leading her through that area unprepared, but she'll come around, probably. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Have a little bit more insight into what sentiments entail. I think that actually sounds pretty promising. Not quite the Fury system that I remember from The Sims 2, but it seems like it's slightly going in that direction. When you finish your hike, whether it's meditative or energetic, pause for a moment at the Festival of Lights to admire the beauty around you. This tradition helps us remember the dead and celebrate the light. In the evening, there are fireworks, yeah, we saw those in the trailer, and you can watch the lanterns float along the river. Remember to make a wish for the future at the Tanabata tree. Oh, okay. I hadn't actually read this blog post all the way through when I started recording this, so there we go. That's my speculation from earlier on in this video confirmed. Komorebi fact, being aware of yourself and the present moment is super important here. Some people like mindful walks while others prefer relaxing to traditional Japanese folk music. Okay, that's nice, some new music confirmed. Find whatever works for you to center yourself. Yukimatsu. Lots of people come to vacation in Yukimatsu especially. That's where all the snow is. There are a few swanky rentals for out-of-towners since it's right next to all the action. But that doesn't mean you won't find locals here too, who could stay away from the onsen bathhouse and the snow sports. I grew up learning to snowboard on the bunny slope here. Of course, I spent a lot of time wiping out at first, but now you can find me up on the mountain for at least a few hours a day. It just became part of my lifestyle as I made it a habit over time. Now I can't imagine a day where I'm not strapped onto my board. But don't be intimidated. Skiers and snowboarders of all ski levels are welcome, whether you're on the bunny slope or on one of the 4 bigger trails. And if that scares you, no problem. Try sledding too. You can go alone or pair up with another sim to catch a little air. My mom used to take me when I was a toddler, and it's one of my fondest memories. Okay. It's good to see that there is a number confirmed for the amount of slopes that we can go down. And so take some time to have a little fun here. Learn how to start rock climbing at the beginner's climbing route, or explore a cave on a snowy hike. And once you're done, and probably chilled to the bone, head over to the onsen for the most relaxing experience in the world. I'm not exaggerating. Plan to spend a few hours here at least. Once you slip into that water, everything kind of floats away. All your stresses, your fears, your injuries, none of it matters as much in the soothing heat. Komorebi fact. We all have our own lifestyle, and Mount Komorebi offers something for everyone. Even just looking around in Yukimatsu, you can see outdoorsy sims enjoying a hike, workaholic salarymen glued to their computers, junk food fiends grabbing snacks from vending machines, and energetic sims like me flying down the mountain. That which makes you happiest may be just around the corner. So I guess that's a bit of a better explanation as to what the lifestyles are going to be, but they still sound pretty similar to traits. I mean, we already have a loves the outdoors traits. I use it all the time. So I guess some of them could just end up being that they push sims to more autonomously do very specific things, like with the junk food fiends. Yeah, I can imagine that one working, since they will gravitate more towards junk foods, obviously. And with energetic sims, then I guess they're more specifically into the snow sports. But other than that, yeah, I don't know how much that's really going to affect things, and hopefully not in a way that's really annoying. The summit. I hope you took a moment to check out that beginner's climbing course in Yukimatsu. If you want to head up to the peak of Mount Komorebi, you're going to need those skills. Group excursions usually start at the onsen, but once you get out of that water, you're in for the trip of a lifetime. Dress warmly and bring a few snacks to tide you over. Take the gondola up to the top of the ski slopes, where you'll find the first climbing obstacle. After that, there's a series of challenges awaiting you. If you're new to the sport, take the opportunity to rest at the base camps along the way. But if you've got the experience, try to explore a little. There are caves and other surprises on the way up. For instance, you might find a secluded little spot for a quick woo up there. Something about life and death danger really gets some sims going. Don't undertake this excursion lightly though. The weather gets worse the higher you climb, and you may end up caught in a thunder snowstorm. Yes, you read that right. There are intense blizzards that take place in the middle of a thunderstorm. And with the lightning and the booming and the wind, it gets really dangerous while you're clinging to the side of a cliff for dear life. And if you fall from those heights, it doesn't bear thinking about. Just be careful. Finally, once you reach the top, everything seems to stop. I can tell you from experience that standing on that peak, staring out at the other mountains and a sky full of clouds below me, everything makes sense. The people with you make sense, your journey makes sense, and this town, this world, with its beauty and excitement and peace, makes the most sense of all. When can I expect you? You know, I gotta learn to get more excited for these written blog posts than the trailers, because I feel like now the blog posts say more than the trailers do. I remember getting this exact same feeling from Eco Lifestyle, where the blogs did the same thing. It was like, wait, what is this stuff in the trailers? And it's like, oh, now the blogs say some really interesting things. So I'm feeling the same sort of thing going on here. And with this mountain climbing feature in particular, it sounds like a sort of like different spin on Jungle Adventure, which I think is pretty exciting. It seems like there is a lot more to this mountain climbing than I initially expected. They also do mention an interactive map on the blog, but I'm going to save that for a separate video, as well as some more information from press outlets, because, well, at this point this video is getting pretty long, and they just dumped so much info on us today. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, so I'll just get this video out for now while I'm working on the rest of the stuff. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video. So feel free to let me know your thoughts on Snowy Escape so far in the comments section below. And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Paralive, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!